I mean, honestly, a lot has been made over the last 24 hours from different news outlets about the comments made by CM Punk. About the comments made by CM Punk. And the fact of the matter is, we'll get to that at the end, but, the main reason is because. The main reason is because I really don't know what to say regarding that. And we got more important stuff to get to first, and that is that Naomi took to, or the former Naomi, I should say, took to Instagram to announce the fact that she was going to be at WrestleCon over WrestleMania weekend in Los Angeles, and somebody commented asking if she was still with WWE, and Trinity actually said, nah. Which brings nearly a year of question marks and concerns and wondering to an end that Trinity Fatu is actually finished with WWE. It is unfortunate. It is, it is disappointing that Trinity is done, and it is questionable the handling of the situation and how WWE would let that go. But the fact of the matter is, if you think about it from the other perspective, Trinity had been with WWE for a long time. She really had not seen the outside wrestling business, outside of the wrestling business, and not seen anything outside of WWE, so the fact that she was willing to walk away could also have something to do with the fact that she had not been outside the walls of WWE when it came to the wrestling business. And that feeds into Mercedes Mone and her first title defense for New Japan as the New Japan Pro Wrestling, or the IWGP Women's Champion, which comes at Sakura Genesis against Azumi and Hazuki. And the winner of that match will go to the Yokohama Arena for Stardom against Miyu Iwatani. And I for one have to say that I think New Japan is doing a spectacular job of slowly building the brand identity for the Women's Championship, because for years New Japan had not had a Women's Championship, and it led many to wonder when or if New Japan would go that route. And New Japan, in my opinion, made the perfect decision. And the perfect decision for New Japan was pairing up with a wrestling company that is specifically designed for women, so you don't have to have a set roster of women on your roster. You basically co-promote with, you lend your name to that company, and you co-promote with that company, which benefits, I think, to be fair, since Stardom paired up with New Japan last year, I think a lot more people are talking about Stardom than they had in a long time. So props to Stardom for making a good decision, but also props to New Japan for making a good decision that benefited all parties. But either way, again, at Sakura Genesis, it will be Mercedes Moné in a rare triple threat match for New Japan Pro Wrestling against Azumi and Hazuki. And the winner will go on to Stardom's event at Yokohama Arena against Miyu Iwatani, which will be a spectacular event. Sakura Genesis, I don't think there's anything announced for the Yokohama Arena show, so I don't really know about that. But either way, the women's division in the international level is in an interesting spot. But also, we shift over to, or we stay with Stardom, as it was announced by Kairi herself that Kairi is a free agent. Currently a free agent, and speaking with Steve Fall for WrestlingNews.co, Kairi was asked whether she is contracted to anyone right now, explaining that she is a free agent and would like to go anywhere possible. She would like to go to the US if there's a chance to go back again, since she's a free agent. And upon being questioned, this, of course, breakdown is from Fightful Select. This breakdown, in the breakdown, she brought up Paige, she brought up Toni Storm, Jimmy Hayter, Io Sky, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and various others. I would love to see Kyrie back in WWE and also in also in AEW. To be honest with you, it would be a perfect spot for her. But it is questionable in many ways if that door, I mean, I would assume that door is open, but I don't know how open it is because I know Triple H is trying to rebuild the women's division, and I think that the reality of the situation is he should be rebuilding with what they have, not trying to look to add more, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it would be a bad thing if he added more. I'm just saying that he shouldn't be looking to add more right now, as looking to add more right now, you may stop the focus from being able to be presented on those who are already there. But now we shift over to an unfortunate news story as Impact Wrestling, the longest reigning Impact Wrestling World Champion, Josh Alexander, sustained an injury and had to vacate, was forced to vacate the Impact Wrestling World Championship, which now has opened the door for Steve Maclin and Kushida to compete on April 16th on pay-per-view at Rebellion for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. Impact Wrestling announced that Josh Alexander suffered a triceps tear, and he will be having surgery on March 24th. As a result, he has relinquished the Impact Wrestling Championship. As a result, he has relinquished the Impact Wrestling Championship. I wonder if this means... I do wonder if this means that Josh Alexander's here it is, Multiverse United, Josh Alexander versus Kushida was supposed to take place on March 30th, but considering the fact, but due to his injury. His replacement will be announced at a later date. So he is out of the Multiverse United Only the Strong Survive match. That was the joint show that I've been talking about for the past couple of weeks with New Japan and Impact Wrestling on March 30th. And Sacrifice will stream live tonight, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, from the St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, on Impact Plus YouTube for Impact Ultimate Insiders and Fight. And we will probably be hearing an announcement about maybe who Kushida will fight on March 30th from Josh Alexander. Actually, Steve Maclin will replace Josh Alexander tonight against Rich Swann and Kazarian. And like I said, we will likely find out who will fight Kushida on March 30th. But the new Impact Wrestling World Champion will be announced on April 18th or April 16th, live on pay-per-view at Rebellion. But I mean, this is a devastating way to end what has been a historic reign for one of the pillars of Impact Wrestling over the last 3 years or so. I, for one, have enjoyed Josh Alexander's work, and Josh Alexander has really showed why him and Ethan Page were one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag teams, best tag team in professional wrestling for a time. The fact of the matter is, it is a shame that it happened. It is, injuries always are a tough sell. Injuries are always a tough sell, and, make you wonder what, they make you wonder what, it's a tough sell, and it's a horrible way for what was a record-setting reign for Josh Alexander to end the way that it did. Props to him for being such an amazing champion for Impact Wrestling. And, wow, he held the title for over 330 days. And, props to him. Props to him for upping his game and being at performing at a level where he gave stability to a company that always strived to look for some stability. I would like to extend my gratitude to Josh Alexander for giving stability to Impact Wrestling, and I hope that he can return bigger and better than ever from this devastating injury. And I look forward to seeing what Steve Maclin and Kushida can do at Rebellion. And I will keep you up to date on that as we get closer to that event. But either way, we got more to come with the news videos, so I will see you in the next one.